Hi. Probably asking yourself, where the heck have you guys been? It's been like a month since I made a video. Well, I had a little mishap with my phone, which I use for a camera, about a month ago. I went fishing with my nephew, his wife, and my youngest son. As I was fishing, I realized that the phone was in my pocket, and my pocket was underwater. So I quickly got out of the water and stepped my phone in the sunshine. But that didn't really help. In the end, we took the phone to a shop, and that shop said, yeah, your phone is fried, all the corrosion, they couldn't access the data or any of the photos, videos, so done. That led me to have to find a new phone, which I finally did, and I just got a couple weeks ago. It's a Pixel 2 XL. I buy my phones used. The last one and this one I bought used, so I got this for around $200, and it's got 64 gig of memory, so it should serve me well. Phone in the water, blunder, big blunder. For the past few weeks now, I've been working on the basement build and working on forms and pouring concrete, and I didn't want to film during that time just because it's so messy. I just bagged the filming and just got on it. But at the end of this video, we'll take the forms off the back wall that I poured last week, and we'll see how that looks. Hopefully I did an alright job on that. There's not a bunch of gaps and big old divots and everything. We'll check that out. So the basement build, so far we've got the back wall poured. Our youngest son came out and he helped me with the footer, and we poured that. Then he came out the next week after that was dry, and we built the forms for the wall on top of the footer. After that he left, and I decided I was going to pour that wall by myself, which was a huge job, and I knew it would be, but decided to just go for it because I feel like I'm fighting the summer here. It's ending and I got a lot of work to do still. So got that wall poured, and it really took it out of me, I gotta admit. I'm actually down here soaking my knee in the river right now. It was for the 2 days after I did the pour, my knee was super tight on the left side and just didn't feel right. Then by Monday when I woke up, I couldn't even walk on it. So I've been icing it and taking ibuprofen, which I don't usually like to take, but I want to get rid of this injury as soon as possible. So icing, ibuprofen, and I've elevated it. Something else exciting that happened around here was we had some bear activity. We were checking our game cam that points toward the front of the driveway and noticed a big old bear walking by, and then we noticed a small bear going up our stairs. Yeah, so that was pretty exciting. Then we were cleaning one of the cabins about a week after that or so, and one of the neighbors drove by and said, hey, did you see the bear? And we said, no, where? And he said, right behind you. So we went back down to the cabin where we were because we had just finished cleaning it, and sure enough, a bear came out of the bushes. Hey, bear. I see you over there. So that was pretty cool. Jen wanted to bolt into the cabin. We had the door open, so if we needed to get away quick, we could jump in the cabin. But we stood our ground for a minute, and then when I let him know we were there, obviously he kind of backed off, and so that was pretty exciting. Then we checked a game cam up in the garden, and the bear was in the garden like mid-afternoon, whatever. I think it was 4:30 or 5 or 6 or something. Anyway, the timestamp's on the picture, but so that was pretty exciting. We haven't seen a whole lot of wildlife around here, so seeing a bear was kind of cool, but at the same time, you know, I don't want him to get in trouble by digging into something and they have to put the bear down or something. I'm pretty sure both the bears were attracted by the garbage dump up at the properties by our garden. There's just a lot of garbage up there, and there were garbage cans turned over and garbage spread all over the place. So I think that's what initially got them to come through this area. And somebody said they saw the big bear, the big sow, down at their property, and it was up on their deck trying to get their bird feeder in the middle of the day, and he shot it with bear spray. So yeah, I think Mama and her baby are cruising around at different parts of the community, but like I said, we haven't seen them or heard from them for a couple weeks now. We have a whole lot of catching up to do. There's just been so many things that I've been working on around here. The little tiny outdoor kitchen is done, and I need to do a video this weekend. I think Jen and I are going to try to get that done this weekend, and that turned out great. We're enjoying using that. And where the refrigerator was on the porch in a little closet thing, I've kind of framed that in a little better and put doors on it, so now we have a place to store more of our stuff. We actually emptied a storage unit, closet type storage unit that we were renting, and that was great to finally get that bill off of our monthly monthly money going out. Another cool thing that happened is probably a couple weeks ago, I was walking down to my friend's place, and I saw a county truck come up, and it said environmental department or something like that, ecology department. So went over and talked to them, and they were looking for a policeman's helmet. They were told to come up here and pull policeman's helmet because it's another invasive weed up here. So I walked them around, showed them up on the loop by our greenhouse and stuff. There is a big patch of it up there, so I showed them that, and they said that looks like the source. So they said they were told they could spray some knotweed up here too, but they didn't realize that we have a knotweed like disaster going on around here. It's everywhere. You can see it's across the river. It's along the banks and all over the community. It's growing like crazy, and it kills all the native plants, so bad stuff. So the guy said, hey, you know, we do have time to spray some of the knotweed, so since you helped us out and showed us where the policeman's helmet is, we can spray your area down at the river. And it's great bonus, man. So he came down.
Upside too for you.
Okay, cool. Now we just, once it dies off really good, we'll cut all those stalks, and then they said probably it'll have to be sprayed again next year, but yeah, it's a start anyway, and we just got to stay on top of it. Have you ever heard of a toe biter? It's a bug about yay big, and it's got big old pinchers on it on the front that's just like this freakiest looking big bug. It's like a giant beetle with giant pinchers on it. About 3 years ago maybe, I saw one walking down our path in the backyard in the dark, and I almost stepped on him, and I've never seen anything like it in my 57 years of life and never heard of it. So I looked it up, found it. It's called a toe biter. They're everywhere in the United States, and they like to hang out in shallow water that's not moving too much, like at the edge of a river or a pond or a lake, and they will, if you disturb them, they will bite you, and it's usually on the toes because you're walking by their little habitat, and they administer a pinching bite that is excruciatingly painful. When I read about it, it says there's nothing you can really do about it. You can't go to the doctor. There's nothing they can do. It's not poisonous. It just hurts really bad. So I wish I'd never seen that dang bug, because now every time I come down here, it's in the back of my mind when I'm walking in here, especially like today when I'm in here with bare feet, cruising in here, walking through all of this shallow water. Oh man, I just realized I've got a cookie in my pocket. Looks like it stayed dry. I was gonna offer to share my cookie with you. Let me get this out here. Care for a bite? Chocolate chip, oatmeal, peanut butter. Yeah, made them yesterday. Tasty.
I'm just sitting here eating a cookie by the river. Cookie by the river. Cookie by the river. Oh yeah. Cookie by the river. Can't think of much more to say.
Yeah. All right. If you've stuck with me after all this ridiculous panning that I've been doing into a shot, the woo woo, let's go up and look at the concrete wall that I poured. We're going to take the forms off, and you'll see it as I do, and hopefully I'm not embarrassed by this. I'm hoping it worked out. Ooh. All right, it's probably been 2 hours since I was down at the river to come up here and take that off. It took forever. Oh man, I learned some things on what not to do next time to get it out of there easier. One thing is, if you don't have easy access to the bottom cleats, don't screw them in with wood screws to the plywood. All right, let's take a look. All right, I'm pretty happy with that.